Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. You are here with James today and we are doing a flight from Kastrup and Copenhagen all the way over to London Luton in this 787 Dreamliner for Luxjet, my virtual airline on FS Airlines. I am flying in the British Airways livery only because this is freeware, because I haven't actually found any decent, I don't actually think there is a decent pay add-on for the 787 yet until Quality Wings brings one out, which we're all still waiting on. I don't know how long it'll be, but never mind, this will do. The only issue with this is, while the exterior of the aircraft may be really nice, the virtual cockpit's from the standard 737, so I know you guys that probably like the FMC probably won't be too happy, but that's the way we're going to be flying this plane. I enjoy flying it. I can fly the FMC, PMDGs and stuff, but you know, we're flying on VATSIM today, and I just thought, you know what, I really fancy flying the 787, and it's one of my favourite aircraft to fly on here. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. We've got 15% of fuel, as we don't need much on this flight, so I'm not going to purchase too much, otherwise I'll lose profits from my airline. But yeah, I think we're at gate C26, I believe. No, it's C29. So never mind about that. Obviously, if you can hear some like distorted sound in the background, that is like audio environment extreme that I have on. It sounds really stupid because basically it just has a bunch of jet engines constantly, like wherever you go, and sometimes when you're trying to do this sort of stuff, it can get rather annoying. But without further ado, let's get going with this flight. Let's just jump back into the cockpit. Yeah, load up finally. So yeah, we're on VATSIM as well. It's not too busy at the moment in the around the airport, and I don't think VATSIM's too busy itself, if I'm honest. So literally, we're just going to take off and fly straight up to 37,000. You know, obviously with rules and regulations, that wouldn't be happening in real life, but there's no ATC, so nothing stops me from getting on with my flight. So we'll chuck that on there, and we're going to put a vertical speed of 3,000 because we're so light, we can probably climb a lot faster than we usually do. We'll arm the auto throttle already, and we'll stick that at 230, so hopefully we don't go overspeed. Because technically, right, what seems to happen with this aircraft, because it's freeware and the physics probably aren't too, physics engine within it probably isn't the best, is that it takes off, realises it's gaining loads of lift from the flaps, and then nosedives to try and reduce the vertical speed, and then it ends up crashing to the ground, and I get warning saying I'm overspeed and I've broke the rules and regulations of the FAA or the CAA, whichever one, and I get a penalty on my FS Airlines. So I think we're going to literally take off with like hardly any flaps because we're so light and it accelerates like an absolute boss. Have you seen the size of these Rolls-Royce engines on the side of it? So yeah, everything is in the GPS ready to go. We're literally just waiting for GSX to sort itself out. And then we'll get on our way. So let's just whip up the GSX menu quickly. Current services completed. Request boarding. Yeah, we'll request boarding. I want to see some buses come around. If you're wondering how we're going about using, you know, floating around the cockpit, I would operate the jetway if I could, but for some stupid reason it won't let me. I sit there and press Control J and it just does nothing. Or if I just operate jetway 6, operate jetways requested, waiting for other services to complete, but it won't happen because it'll turn around and say it's normal. But I don't know what's actually happened to this bit here. As you can see, it's like doubled up on the scenery, which makes it really stupid. But on the other side, if you look over there, that is completely fine. Like that is where it should be, but it's not. So it's frustrating. I think I might have just doubled up, so I might have to try and get that sorted. But if you're wondering how we are floating around this cockpit, we're using an add-on called Chase Plane from FSX packages, which I would definitely advise. Really cool add-on to use. And if you want to fly for a virtual airline, but you're not like, you don't want to fly for them British Airways virtual airlines, yeah, even though it may be really realistic, but you just kind of want to have a chilled flight, be able to fly whatever you want and that sort of stuff, then by all means, if you want to hop onto my virtual airline on FS Airlines called Luxjet, then be sure to hop along. We can do some flights together and fly on a bit of VATSIM. So yeah, it's always fun to do. Right. Yeah, we're literally just waiting for the boarding to complete. I hate it when it does this. I try and switch camera views and it just locks it straight in there. So if we just go, it's because I've still got the AirSdock camera, which I should really remove, but I don't know how. I probably do. I just haven't found the time to do it. Where's this bus coming from? There's the boarding. There's a little baggage geezer. He should be bringing all our stuff round. Happy days. This aircraft is really, really nice. I love the detail they've got on it. You know, considering it's move this flap around a little bit. I really want to fly on one of these. I flew on the 787-800 Thompson aircraft to Menorca when they were doing really stupid flight. Well, it's not stupid. I guess it's really, really good for their profit and loss sort of stuff. You know, it's sending a massive aircraft that's amazing on fuel with a bunch of passengers that can hold more than like 737s and 757s allows them to be able to easily get over to Menorca. You know, with a full load of passengers, maximising the profit margin. But I have no idea how long this boarding is going to take. I think we've got a few aircraft that are actually taxiing out now. They're on VATSIM. If we have a look at the quick menu, there's two 737s. You've got a 200 series Ryanair by the looks of it, and a 800 series. Didn't know Ryanair still flew the 200 series, but never mind. God, I'm tired. Apologise. There's one over there, just Saturday Gate. Those probably wondering what we're doing while we're waiting for our GSX to sort itself out and load up our plane. I think he's done, maybe. I don't know. Let's go and sit back in the cockpit for a little while. There you go, boarding completed. What we want to do now is, because we're all set up and ready to go, got to tell you what, my frame rate doesn't like looking at this. Averaging around about 25. But then again, we have got regs, we've got active Skynex, we've got chase plane, we're also recording. So many things going on in the background. So, let's prepare for pushback and departure. I've clicked the default jetway, but it literally just does nothing. Look. It doesn't come near us, it doesn't want anything to do with this today, so we'll go on that one. Yeah. Ooh, you requested de-icing treatment? No. Nose left, tail right. Okie dokie. We should really turn the AP on while we wait, because we haven't actually got it. Turn the logo on. Actually, no, I'll leave that off for the sec. I also have to remember to turn these on. I always forget, and then I get penalties for not turning the landing lights on and off. But, you know, if any of you have any criticisms to me, please don't bother putting them in the comments. You know, I fly this for fun. I want to be a real world pilot when I'm older, but at this present time in life, I have not got to. I just want to have fun, you know. I want to create, you know, fun content for you guys to watch, just enjoyable to. You know, I love seeing the scenery more than anything, you know, and just flying the aircraft from place to place, it's just cool. I love it. So, where's this little mini geezer with his truck? Oh, he's over there, somewhere. It's parking brake. Okie dokie. Oh. You have already told me this about 1 million times, but I already know that. I don't need to have any de-icing or anything for the moment. It's probably quite cold, actually. I actually don't have the temperature right now. Let me check Active Sky. Current temperature is 4 degrees. So, you know, when we hit our cruise altitude of 37,000, we're looking at a temperature of minus 58 degrees. Just bloody cold. Oh my god. Copenhagen, Fly Tampa though, have done an amazing job on this scenery. I don't know how long it takes them to develop them. You know, I like this place. You know, I've only just started recently using it. Pretty cool. Yeah, and we're getting turned onto the taxiway. Boom. That's what we like. I would love to fly the Concorde on here, you know. But the only issue is, you know, I really wish they'd bring the Concorde back in real life. Oh. But they won't. It costs too much money. But I heard there's a company called Boom, who are actually designing the new Concorde, not new Concorde, but basically its replacement. It's going to be able to do, you know, London to New York in 3.5 hours and so on. So. London to Sydney in 8 hours, which is an absolute time killer for loads of people. You know, can you imagine seeing that travel the world? It's meant to be going at about somewhere like Mach 2.22, I think. Cool. Ready for taxi.
Set parking brake.
Okie dokie. Setting the parking brake. I'm just going to switch the view from here as well, otherwise it kind of goes really stupid. Just going to have a look at what this guy's up to. I've set my parking brake. Maybe I haven't. I thought I had, but there you go. Have some. There's parking brace. Parking brake is true. Oh, God. Look inside that cockpit. Look at this beast of a plane. It looks so nice. Remove that pin, mate. Remove that pin. Let's go and say hello. Hello. The SAS are here to save the day. Cool. Coolio is right now playing. I'm not sure if he's taxiing out or not, but you know, we are going to the runway. I don't know if you guys can see it over there. So we're gonna go and taxi up along that taxiway and round there and over to them red light things over there, runway lights.
Right is clear.
So yeah, let's go back into the cockpit for the moment. Do some checks. See you later, mate. I'm gonna wave back to you as well, mate. See you later, buddy. Sweet, cheers mate. Alright, let's get these engines started. Visibility is 10 plus nautical miles. Right, I'm waiting for that. We can turn our taxi light on because we're going to be taxiing in a second. Taxi into the runway. You know what I like to say. There we go, engine 1 has started. Now time to start engine 2. When it does its thing. It should be a short hop actually, it shouldn't be too long. After takeoff we'll probably get to about 10,000 feet and then I'll resume the flight until we get to the top of the descent. Kind of just show you around some of the scenery we get coming over London and stuff like that. And then we'll obviously record the Langdon we're going to use depending on if Luton Tower is on, which I honestly don't think it will be, so never mind. Also, if my phone goes off, I do apologise. I probably will end up answering it, but never mind. Right. Right, let's do our little cockpit checklist. Yeah, let's go. Oh, not cockpit checklist. Oh, I hate it when it does this. There we go. Just double check the rudder is working. You know, there we go. There we go. Spoilers up. Yeah, spoilers all fully functional. Elevons. Sweet. We'll do our brake test when we start making our way to the runway. So yeah. We're gonna cross the runway over there. Cool. Ryanair's taxiing out as well. Let's go and join him. Off we go, boys. Off we go. With our 15% of fuel. We'll let him go first. There's little Ryan here. I think that's the 200. I believe. We'll follow him out. Lovely. We've got all our lights on. I need to remember to turn my landing lights on before we take off. Otherwise, I will get penalised. Set flaps 1. I should have set flaps 2. I'll set flaps at 5 degrees because this is quite a long runway, so. And minimise that for the moment. I don't know why, but for some strange reason, every time I minimise FSX, I can't get it back up again. It literally, like, it won't maximise itself. It's frustrating. Where's this geezer taking off from? Lovely. Look at that. We're both crossing the runway as well. That's nice. I like that. What a view. Just go and ram him up his ass with his massive plane. Eat my nose. Eat my nose. That's what I'd say to him. Have some of these Rolls Royce engines, bad boy. Taxi into the runway from the right. Let him go out first. Could just cut him up. Oh, you get some mad buggers on the road that just like cut you up on roundabouts. We should do that. Just go and cut straight across to the last. So it's my turn to take off now. My turn, not yours. Alright. There we go. I'm going to hold while he takes off. Saying it's dirty on here. Never mind. Is he off already? Oh, that's a quick takeoff. Oh no, he's just doing a quick taxi up there. Taking off from 22 right today, guys, which is the active runway. I think he's gone. Alright, well, I'm going to taxi into position and hold. Because he is off. Go back into the cockpit. Dun, 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 dun. He is off on his trip. We're going to literally take off like an absolute torpedo, honestly. I'm actually going to turn the sound up for this because these engine sounds from this plane is amazing. Let's just turn it up quickly. Let's get that mixer going. I'm going to load the mixer up so I can see you. There we go. See, I like taxiing up to the threshold, but never mind, I think we should just go now. There we go. This is what we like. There we go, that's right too. So look how quick that takeoff was. We're literally just going to climb like a rapid dog. I'm going to do the initial GPS out of here. It's lovely out here, I'll tell you that. Right, let's change the view and have a look at this. Look at that. Oh, the views. This plane is just startling. Love it. Look at the water as well, the water looks nice down there. Yeah. And put it into cinematic view. Oh, I would put it in cinematic view, but I don't want to do it. You don't like no cinematic view, you see. I don't know. Whoa! Didn't like that at all, did it? No, not liking that. Right, what I'm going to do here is put it there and then go cinematic view. No, it doesn't like it. Oh god, that was strange. Alright, we are climbing above 10,000 feet now, so... Oh, we're hitting some turbulence as well, so we're going to just boost it up to about 300 knots. That's what speed we're going to be heading over to Luton at. We shouldn't be there, shouldn't take too long of a flight, but when we get there I will happily start recording again. So I'll catch you all soon, and I'll see you for part 2.